my fingers in your cooter.
Hello, Red Notes.
Hey, everybody.
Welcome to another episode of Small Town Gamers. And a barking dog. You just saw the Bubsy case again, didn't you?
Yeah. Ugh!
Really? That's what makes you go,
Yeah, it's just fucking weird.
Just all three
This
of
whole
them.
movie-
Yeah, it's just like the sudden.
The whole Nightmare Before Christmas movie is weird.
Yeah, I remember seeing it as a kid and just in the end I really didn't give a fuck about it.
Yeah, like, what happened that made this movie, like...
Hot Topic happened. That whole
I think
like
it was like right before Hot Topic.
no, it was fucking Hot Topic because that whole emo scene phase came while we were in high school.
Ugh.
And then fucking Blink 182 had a huge fucking role in it. That song "I Miss You."
Oh yeah, I forgot that
We
that
could
was...
be like Jack and Sally if we want.
Ugh.
You can always find me and we'll have Halloween on Christmas. Yeah.
I don't remember that song, but then again...
I do. It's actually
It's a
a
good
really good song. I actually really like it. It's one of my favorites of theirs, but it's just like for some fucking reason all of a sudden shit like this was really popular.
I've always liked it, but the only reason is because it's more of a nostalgia with family.
Yeah. Yeah, like I've got a friend Ashley who like loves this shit. But, I mean, she's loved it
Before
as long
Hot
as
Topic.
as long as I've known her. She's like, yeah, like that's just you can tell when it's like
Legit.
genuinely somebody's aesthetic, or when they're just following a fad.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a girl whose youngest daughter has a Dragon Ball themed room.
Nice.
Yeah, like that's just she's into shit like that, like this, like kind of gothic-y, nerdy stuff. Like she loves it. And when it's genuine like that, I don't know.
It's
Somebody could be genuinely into like modeling and fucking preppy shit, and I would find it attractive if they're genuinely into it. It's
If it's a fad,
look all
though,
the
it's...
fakes. Basically, what that boiled down to.
Yeah.
yeah. And then Sora's dreaming of a white Christmas.
He's dreaming of something like it's coming.
From Riku. Because that's not a thing.
That exists somewhere.
Oh, it does. In droves. And I hate that it exists. I hate that, like, most of that stuff it exists, because you're taking characters who
I
are just buddies.
I
and-
don't give a shit about it. Like, fuck it. Like, somebody wants to put their own little fan spin on something, like, fucking do it.
Well, don't get me wrong, I like putting a spin on things, but there's got to be a point where you got to be like, yeah, that's not a good idea.
Well, a lot of the fan spins aren't good ideas. I'd argue that almost none of them are.
Sonic fandom looking at you.
Fucking amen.
Yeah,
I
with
mean,
like,
that's sort of the whole fun of it. It doesn't have to be a good idea. It doesn't even have to be serious.
so close to leveling up Valerie.
I'm sure plenty of people want to see the Dead or Alive girls fuck each other, and I'm sure there's fan art of that somewhere.
Yeah.
Is it a good idea? No. It's fucking dumb as shit.
Yeah. But then again, Dead or Alive Extreme Beach Volleyball wasn't a good idea, but it happened.
Yeah. Somehow.
3 times.
More than 3 if you count Venus, whatever.
Is that still volleyball?
Yeah.
Okay.
Its whole thing is volleyball.
I didn't know.
Yeah, it's just a different mechanic. You like level your characters up and don't have to do shit, and they just play volleyball against the team, and you sit back and watch.
That's dumb.
Yeah. So is that entire fucking concept.
Yeah.
And then you've got like the guy who created them, like, oh, they're not meant to be sexualized. I'll never allow them to be made naked. Like, no, that's exactly what you meant for them to do. Like fucking Kojima, like, oh, Quiet was a spoof on the sexualization of female characters. Like, no, you're just a pervy old Japanese dude who's made some overly sexualized female character, and then you had to come up with some bullshit like photosynthesis? Wasn't that it?
Yeah.
She stayed alive by taking it, like, drinking water through, like, her pores or some shit. It's the dumbest fucking thing ever.
I don't disagree with you there either.
I was so turned off by that. And, like, you can even get her, like, Sniper Wolf's entire outfit. And even then, like, but, like, also Sniper Wolf's outfit was undone, like, even back in PS1 era.
Yeah,
That's like, even then, like, the most fully clothed option you're gonna give this woman is, like, it also intentionally sexualized. Like, it, you know, sometimes I wondered, like, I wonder how people, like, like, oh, I don't know why women complain about this. Like, fucking that right there.
Well, there's two sides to that coin too. Like with cosplaying, you got those people who genuinely go out and make the costume, and then you've got people who genuinely go out and make the costume slutty.
Well, if the costume bears, I mean, if that's what it's supposed to be, then...
Well, and
That
that's
fall into
it
the,
being
like that,
genuine.
yeah.
But, like,
You're
sexy Pikachu.
Oh, yeah.
That's
And
all I
then
gotta
Sally.
See,
What?
Oh yeah.
I don't know, I'd be down for sexy Sally. That'd be interesting to see.
That's weird.
I don't know, I kind of, like...
I mean, it's interesting to see.
I do. I think it's interesting to see how people spin these things. Like,
But at the same time, you know,
like mixing the races up with characters. Always, that's another thing that interests me. Gender bending the characters.
gender bending is not bad.
I love the gender bending. I love the race switching. Like, I love it. Like, it's an alternative take.
Well,
I
race
always love
switching
seeing-
doesn't really change the character all that much, I don't think.
Well, no, but it's enough that you have a bunch of basement-dwelling mouth breathers that fucking complain about how Spider-Man's not supposed to be black.
Miles Morales, anyone?
Yeah. Fucking, there were people, there's a dude who, there was a guy, at the Renaissance Fair, dressed in Iron Man-themed armor.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And we finally asked him about it, and he was just like, oh, I'm Sir Tony of Stark. It was this black dude. And I was like, you are fucking awesome. Oh,
fuck.
come on, you can get it. I got this one earlier.
Ah.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, there we go. Alright.
How close are we now?
We still have like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. It felt like longer. You should do the duality before we...
Finish the duality. If...
I mean, you got a duality piece just there.
Oh. Alright. Where's the mole?
Oh.
Mole, 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 mole.
I was gonna say, kill the undead fetus and let's get on with this.
Okay, I got an energy shard. That's the new thing.
Fetus.
Yeah.
Penis, 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 penis.
Sexy Sally.
That's not really a.
But it's not a slutty
It's not what we were talking about. Like, what we're talking about is intentionally making it slutty, not like, hey, this girl has gigantic boobs and anything that she makes is not really going to cover it very well.
The one thing that, like, infuriates me in cons is, like, guys who, like, well, what infuriates me is guys who take that as, like, an open invitation to, like, touch on these girls and, like, you need to fucking stop.
And on the flip side of that, girls who just randomly fucking touch dudes needs to stop as well. Because that exists somehow, and yet she blamed it on ADHD.
She also blamed the people, too.
I'm not going to say, I wouldn't say that's a flip side. I would say just don't fucking touch people.
Yeah.
When they, like, unless they want you to. I mean, that's all in the same, it's all part of the same beast.
Pretty much.
I just...
Like, did you hear
the problem is, yeah, I know what you're talking about, and, like, a lot of the problem is, like, now, like, the flip sides of it would be, like, it happens to women, like, it's more accepted, like, it happens to, I'm trying to think of how to word this, because this is very delicate.
It's a hot button topic. Hot topic, but
it happens to women more.
Far more than it does to dudes.
And
I
it's
agree.
so much so that it's almost like become normalized, and to a point that, as disgusting as it is, like a common thing is like, oh well, I wonder if she's really even telling the truth. Like that's kind of fucked. Like unless they're like, it's fucked that is an immediate reaction from people instead of like when there's evidence that it wasn't the truth. Like, you know, here's what it boils down to. Like, if some dude is accused by a woman, Chris Hardwick, of being an abusive, manipulative, touchy, weird piece of shit, and then he loses his jobs and steps down from jobs, but then, like, turns around and he's like, oh, I don't know why she'd say that, then why the fuck did you step away from your jobs? Like, you know what you fucking did.
Is that the celebrity, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not our buddy.
Okay.
Not the celebrity. Like, you know, you don't sit there and willingly step down from positions. Like, if you're actually
fight.
innocent, you fight it. You don't just put out some statement like, I don't know why she would have said this. Like, yes, you fucking did. Yes, you did.
But you know what you did.
And then there's, you know, then, like, flip side of that is it doesn't happen as... I don't know. See, this is where another part where it gets kind of difficult. I don't want to say that it doesn't happen as often to guys.
It's just not as reported.
No, because
There's
I mean,
that stigma.
Terry Crews admits that he talks about being sexually assaulted, and people's reactions were, "Well, you're a big dude. Why didn't you just punch him?"
Because that's...
Like, it's not about that. Like, when you're fucking... Like, you don't expect to be violent. Like, something like that catches you off guard. You don't react. Like, you're not thinking straight.
Mm-hmm.
And also, you don't want an assault charge.
Right. Because what's it going to come down to with a guy, with any victim, with a guy, with a girl, like, as we've seen with many women, when they've come out, like, back to that whole, like, oh, well, this happened and this is why I hit him, and people are going to be like, oh, well, how do we know you're telling the truth? Like, why? I just...
People are assholes.
It's just so...
Yeah, there's a lot of negativity around that bullshit.
Yeah.
But we're at time.
Awesome.
All right, well...